This is Tom.
I'm Joe.
And this is No Huntsville. We have a great musical guest here today, the Go-Go Killers, a local Huntsville band, playing here over at Copper Top and other venues here in town. Guys, thanks for coming in and talking to us today. And playing today, yeah.
Thank you very much.
And before we get started, we want to thank Brew Stooges for supplying us the great beer today. What are we drinking again, Joe?
The Oak Barrel.
The Oak
Double Rye.
Salute!
All right, here we go.
Awesome. It's all good.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the band. So how long you guys been together now?
Well, the concept of what we're doing, we started on probably a little over 2 years ago, just basically Russ and I. I've been in bands in Huntsville for a long time. I was in the Knockabouts and Monster Dog, Monster God. We hadn't done anything in a long time. And really after Lux Interior died and then seeing Cancer Slug, just seeing some of the things going here locally, there was a place for what I wanted to do, you know, what I felt driven to do is what we're doing now. But I really had to make sure that conceptually it was all going to work out the right way. So we actually spent a lot of time writing a lot of songs acoustically before we ever played anywhere.
Oh, really?
So we started out with just me and Russ and a drummer. And Russ is really a bass player, so Russ switched to guitar on this. We were really looking for just total primitive sound as far as what we're doing. We're not desiring to be, you know, fancy pants, anything. We're just supposed to be just raw, exactly what it is.
Okay.
We don't play songs. We don't do recitations of stuff we recorded. We just play tunes and we call it wreck and roll. That's what we're trying to do. You know,
that's a pretty good description. You guys just played a song here, and it's.
I was wondering because you said Lux Interior from the Cramps. That's what it kind of reminded me of. Really rock and rolling and good stuff, man.
I appreciate it.
Great front man.
Yeah, it's like when he passed away, it's like the concept of thinking that band is gone. I mean, not that we're going to emulate them, but I just went back and digested everything that they put on their radio shows, just everything to get those influences of old American music, blues, gospel, just all that pre-stuff, and just say, let's regurgitate it back out the way we might do it, taking the same influences, some of the things that they did, and eliminating anything else, man. Like we kind of have a 10-second rule on songs, man. If it doesn't catch your attention in 10 seconds, it's out. You know, I mean, we're just bare course.
It's definitely attention catching, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's a question I have is, are you guys all similar background with the music that you listen to, or do you guys all have, you're more of eclectic and kind of jamming this thing together that way?
I listen to a lot of shit.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to almost everything across the board. I mean, if it moves you, I mean, it's good music to me, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've played in regular like street punk bands and folk bands and everything. So but this style band was definitely something that I hadn't done yet. So it was really nice when they asked me to come and jam. So like Donnie said, man, it's just real primitive and raw, and it's like it really reminds me of like, you know, like original rock and roll when they were just figuring it out. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of fun, for sure.
Yeah. And I think that's what you said is interesting, is that it seems like this, you know, this show is about Huntsville, but it seems like this town can support. Like you were saying, you saw some of the other bands and you see what they're doing, and now it feels like there's a green light to do this type of music here, which is kind of cool. And you're not from here, right? So you kind of coming in from the outside. And that's kind of interesting, you know.
Yeah, I mean, from living here as long as I have, I mean, Huntsville, you know, and I'm talking decades ago, was very close-minded to any type of original music, to the point where, you know, in the early bands I was in, literally, we had police following us, taking flyers down, people threatening to beat us up every time we played. I mean, it was the reality.
It was dangerous. It really was.
So now to see that there's so many, the world's just changed. You know, people are more open-minded to lots of different types of original music, which is great. You know, I mean, Huntsville, to me, I mean, we're doing a very specific thing, but there's a lot going on here, man, that's cool, you know. And I think if more people in the city, in the area, could kind of celebrate the fact that we're all here together in one big pile, you know, we could do a lot more with this town, like what you cats are doing.
Yeah.
Than has happened so far, which is great. You know, and we're glad.
And you know what? And to that, I mean, we do not have a shortage of people to come in here and talk about what they're doing. I mean, we just don't have enough time to do everything we want to do, which is really great. I mean, I no longer have to really reach out to people. People are trying to get over here, and
we're trying to change people's schedules and stuff now.
I see. We had to do that, but there's just no shortage of artists, musicians, and not only artists, musicians, but really good ones. Yeah, doing original stuff like you guys are. So it's really cool, and like I said, this town seems like it's supporting it now.
Well, like what you're saying, there's a lot of, we're all here together in Huntsville, I mean, and you can go to Copper Top. We always bring up Copper Top, man, because they always have an eclectic lineup of bands that play.
And they're bringing in people from all over the place, too.
You can go and see like a hardcore punk with you guys, and then, other types of music, and it's all rad, and everybody's getting along, And it's just not as, it's not as dangerous as it used to be, which is nice, Nobody wants to get beat up going to a show anymore,
It's too old for that now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly right.
And when I first saw you guys, I thought you guys were from out of town, because I went and saw you at that place up the road, and I don't even know if it's around anymore. It used to be Whiskey's or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is it still going?
I think it's closed.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, dang, these guys are good. Like, yeah, he knows them and them, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, what I'm hoping is that more bars or just venues open up like Copper Top and just have some more options.
Yeah.
It would be really cool because, and there's a couple that are doing that now for sure. Copper Top to me stands out the most.
Yeah.
I really like Prototype doing stuff over there too because that's just
that place is awesome.
It's the mill, so you try to get people to come over there. But I'm hoping more places open up. And I was wondering, is there any other venues that people don't know about that you guys are playing that you would recommend or that you have coming up that you want to talk about at all?
Well, we've kind of, not that we're solely just focused on there, but I like Copper Top a lot because it's just like a mecca of independence, and to me it represents like raw independent original music here in Huntsville. But I mean, we'll literally play anywhere. If, we don't want to.
You'll play on Tiny Little Red Stage too.
If people want to dig it and want to have fun, raise hell, I mean, we'll do it. But then again, if it's a place that's predominantly just some kind of cover band hell, and they ain't into what we're doing, then we won't go back. But I mean, we want to raise hell and have fun with people that want to have fun.
Yeah, I've seen you guys at Copper Top a couple times, and it's been always a good time.
Well, speaking of that, you guys have a show coming up on April 17th. Who are you playing with then?
We're playing with Johnny and the Black Frames, which is another local band here. They're really fun, good live band. We played with them several times.
You played with them before and stuff?
Yeah, they're buddies. We like them.
So that's coming up, Copper Top on April 17th. You guys, you have your a website or the Facebook page is /GoGo Killers. Also, you have a Reverb Nation, right? Site.
Yep.
And then you also have some stuff on Bandcamp, which they can just look up GoGo Killers and find your stuff there.
Yeah, I mean, you can download any of our stuff there. I mean, we usually have CDs when we play that we'll give out. I mean, we're fairly prolific as far as songwriting. I mean, to us, we churn out stuff pretty fast, and once we have it, we're ready to move on to the next tune. So I mean, we're recording some more stuff the 22nd of this month with Mike Kilpatrick.
Oh, is that right?
He's recording, yep. And then we're planning on doing another full length, or at least one or two of them this summer. So most of it, we move pretty fast.
Nice. I remember you posting stuff on Facebook to keep everybody abreast of what you guys are doing. So everybody out there, go out and support the GoGo Killers, support local music, support the show, of course. Thanks so much, guys, for coming out.
See them live.
See them live, because it's a whole different
so
experience.
Awesome live.
And thanks again to Brew Stooges for supplying the beer today. I'm already out, but thanks for coming in. Appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to having you guys play some more. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good? That was good. I think we got everything.
I think I talked too much. I was excited you guys were on.